Hi everyone and welcome back to today's more important Thursday the 9th of April with me, Rich Pro Market Analyst at Handtech Markets. My final chart of the day is gold, and this gold chart, well, I mean this correction has just started to drift in again. Although nothing too major yet on the momentum indicators. We have had sort of 3 negative candles in a row, maybe even 4 if you count today's, if it closes at this level. But no major deterioration in these momentum indicators yet. Although if we start to see further downside back towards that 1178 level, I think maybe you could see that. Certainly stochastics beginning to fall away, but nothing too significant yet, so I'm not going to get too worried about this quite yet. Also, not only that, we've sort of come back and found support on this old support line of 1190.90, so say 1191, today's low being 1192.30, so that is an old support that is intact. Not only that, we are coming back now also towards this 21-day moving average, which had been a base of resistance, caught the low back in early April, and potentially now could be catching the low again. So what my thoughts are is that gold is in sort of a consolidation really over the, let's go back to that daily chart, sort of a consolidation really that's sort of going to see it trade sideways rather than any real decisive move. You might see a few days to the downside, but I think that 1178 support will is holding at the moment. I think it will hold. I'm sort of quite happy with how these momentum indicators are at the moment, and I see it's more of a neutral sort of medium term phase that we're going through at the moment. It could be a bit choppy, but yeah, I'm not getting too upset. And the fact that this is on the hourly chart, the fact that we've now come back and found support around that 1190 level, which has been a bit of a pivot level, is interesting. We did break below the 1195 support, which you could argue sort of reopen the lows, but I think the fact that the RSI on the hourly chart is back towards oversold now, and I don't see it as being a decisive trend that we've got on the RSI on the gold chart. So therefore, any move back towards 30 is where you start to see the support coming in potentially, rather than the RSI going lower and lower and lower, sort of into the 20s. I think that the fact that we've got this sort of move that I think is more sideways than corrective or negative, I think suggests that we might start to see a bit of support around this sort of level. I might be wrong, but I think that that pivot around 1191 area is interesting as well. It'll be, I think, to perhaps today's move. We'll see. Well, there's not a great deal of data out because you've had that the dollar strengthening off the back of those FOMC minutes, which has dragged gold lower since those minutes, which is fine. But I don't see that dollar being a decisive move yet. I see still a lot of range-bound plays across all the forex majors and also this gold chart, rather than any sort of decisive move. And I think that could subsequently see the support coming in for gold. Now, in terms of your resistance to the upside, you would certainly say that 1207 area is a resistance, having been that sort of came in as an area of support previously, and that is now your resistance on the upside. So 1207, if it started to trade above 1207, then you'd say that perhaps the bulls have regained a bit of control again. But that is sort of your upside limit now, in terms of, I think, what is potentially going to become a bit of a consolidation play between sort of above that 1178 mark. Anyway, I wish you good luck in your trading on gold today, and I will speak to you later. Thank you. Or tomorrow, actually, sorry.